Once upon a time, in the sparkling blue waters of Coral Cove, lived a little fish named Finny. Finny was a curious, adventurous fish with scales that shimmered like rainbows whenever the sunlight touched them. He lived with his family in a cozy little nook in the coral reef, surrounded by anemones, seaweed, and colorful coral. Every morning, Finny would wake up excited for the day's adventures. He loved exploring the nooks and crannies of the reef, making new friends, and discovering hidden treasures. One sunny day, as Finny swam around, he heard a faint cry for help. Following the sound, he discovered a tiny seahorse tangled in a patch of seaweed. "Help, help!" cried the seahorse. "Don't worry, I'll help you," said Finny. Using his sharp fins, he carefully untangled the seaweed until the seahorse was free. "Thank you so much," said the seahorse. "My name is Sandy. What's yours?" "I'm Finny. Nice to meet you, Sandy. Are you okay?" "Yes, thanks to you. I was on my way to the great kelp forest when I got stuck. Would you like to come with me? I've heard there are amazing things to see there." Finny's eyes lit up with excitement. He had always wanted to visit the great kelp forest, but he had never ventured that far from home. "I'd love to," he exclaimed. And so Finny and Sandy set off on their journey. Along the way, they encountered many fascinating sea creatures. They met a wise old turtle named Tully, who told them stories of the ocean's wonders and dangers. They swam alongside a school of dazzlingly bright fish that created a mesmerizing dance in the water. As they swam deeper into the ocean, they noticed the water getting darker and cooler. Suddenly, they found themselves in the shadow of a gigantic shipwreck. It was both eerie and exciting. "Wow, look at that," said Sandy. "I've never seen anything like it." Finny felt a mix of fear and curiosity. "Do you think there are any treasures inside?" he asked. "Only one way to find out," said Sandy, leading the way. Inside the shipwreck, they discovered old coins, sparkling jewels, and mysterious artifacts from the human world above. They also found a map with strange markings. "This must be a treasure map," said Finny. Excited, they followed the map's directions, which led them through winding passages and into a hidden cave. Inside the cave, they found a chest filled with more jewels and gold than they had ever seen. But more importantly, they found something even more valuable, a beautiful pearl as big as a seashell. "This is amazing," said Finny. "We should share this with everyone back in Coral Cove." "Absolutely," agreed Sandy. "But first, let's take a little keepsake for ourselves." They each took a small jewel as a memento of their adventure and carefully carried the pearl back to Coral Cove. When they arrived, the whole community gathered around to see their discovery. Everyone was in awe of the magnificent pearl and the stories Finny and Sandy had to tell. From that day on, Finny became known as the bravest and most adventurous fish in Coral Cove. He and Sandy continued to explore the ocean together, always on the lookout for new friends and hidden treasures. And every night, as the sun set and the waters of Coral Cove glowed with the last rays of light, Finny would dream of the next day's adventures, knowing that the ocean was full of endless possibilities. And so, Finny the fish and his friends lived happily in their vibrant underwater world, always ready for the next adventure that awaited them in the deep blue sea.